pay it forward like big time.
I don't know who this is. I haven't had this interaction, and I
have no idea what's going on right now. I haven't really been paying attention.
On a similar note to cultural stuff, if you want to put bombastic Southern accents in your space game, you have my blessing, and as far as I'm concerned, God's blessing.
Did we go to the right planet? It's telling us to go to a different star.
There's two different ones.
Narian, we're not on either of them.
Yeah,
we are.
Here we go. Vessel 3.
Is this a planet we were meant to land on? Is it a different planet?
Oh no.
Appears to be a rock.
Okay, where do we need to go?
I thought that's where it was sending us. Maybe it's a different mission that's here.
Wait.
We need to go to
the Piazzi.
Nitria.
Nira or Piazza?
Nira. Yeah. So
they misspelled pizza.
Is there an Italian planet? At the very least, a mob planet, like in Star Trek, right?
That reminds me. I need to learn how to say I apologize to Italian-speaking viewers in Italian.
There'd be factions of like Italian Americans versus like actual Italians, and the North and the South.
We could separately apologize to Italian Americans, but yeah, I agree.
They're the ones that actually get offended, though, I feel, so...
Is it bad that we just gravity drived directly through a planet? Or does that
not
matter?
Welcome to Piazzi.
And that's how Campster got cancelled.
Hey, look, it's Italian Elon Musk. Hey, look, it's
I'm not even gonna lie, like, literally the colors of the planet are the Italian flag. Right? Green, white, and red.
Oh, I miss it. I'm making a Tesla.
You remember when Peter Jackson, like, changed their name on Twitter to Italian Elon Musk right when they said if you changed your name, you would get unverified.
Did that happen?
Yeah, and it's like at that point you can't change your name. They couldn't change their name because like their name was Italian Elon Musk just from then on apparently.
Peter Jackson, the director?
No, Gita Jackson.
What?
Oh, I heard Peter Jackson. I was very confused. You were talking about Gita. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That would have been legendary picture.
I was like, wow, Peter Jackson got in on this?
It's about time he said something.
That's a bad taste era Peter Jackson move. Not so much a Hobbit era Peter Jackson move.
He does have a lot to answer for, doesn't he?
The Hobbit is really the big crime.
I'm sure it's gonna haunt him for the rest of his life. I hope.
This is an objectively incorrect opinion, but my favorite Peter Jackson movie is still The Frighteners.
Oh, that's a great movie, though.
I love Dammers so much. My body's a roadmap of pain.
Yeah, that's a great
iconic Jeffrey Combs performance.
Love it.
Iconic.
Like, I don't know if anyone else could have pulled that off, really.
Everybody go watch The Frighteners.
Also, you're probably the best Gary Busey we've ever had. Or not Gary Busey, Jake Busey.
Jake Busey fucking lets it rip.
Michael J. Fox, R. Lee Ermey.
Yeah.
Don't know what that was. Who knows?
Probably one of those barrels exploding.
I
was so excited.
Kicking ass.
I was so excited to find out that we're getting ammo vending machines, because now I think we're just like red exploding barrels away from reality becoming a video game.
Are you talking about real life?
Yes. Yay! It did the thing.
Is that a perk? You make enemies
shit.
explode?
It's a property of
So,
the weapon.
okay.
Occasionally causes random incendiary damage.
Oh my god.
This is a thing I actually like. I like the. This is a secret loot shooter, and I actually kind of like the loot mechanic. The rare weapons in this game are fun. They are fun. They have real interesting perks. They're sufficiently rare that you don't run into them all the time.
Oh, that's you.
Oh wow, the gravity is real low on this planet.
Yeah, it is. Hello.
But I do like the weapon system. It's basically the Fallout 4 weapon system, but I like it. I hate that I say that, but I like it.
This is actually one thing that I really like about Starfield that I do want to point out, which is that, you know that the judge in the Frighteners was played by TV's John Aston, as in TV's Gomez Adams?
I did know that.
I didn't know that.
I mean, if you look at him, it looks exactly like John Aston. Like, it looks like him.
Damn. We're talking about a ghost, folks. We're talking about a long dead ghost.
No pain, no gain, Josh.
I really just want to find medical supplies.
Well, go back to
So
no pain, no gain.
dumb.
I bet that guy.
Don't you have them on
it
your
is.
ship? Don't you have a ship stocked full?
We don't. What we really need to be doing is after missions and when we go back to the Constellation planet, buying supplies. But we refuse to do that because that's boring.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
He had a hover thing.
Was that actually what was going on there, or was
Yeah,
that a bug?
he's got a backpack. Yeah.
It's always hard to say.
There's someone else around here.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like,
kind of an
yeah, the
element here.
NPC could be moving or he hates you. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's really hard to tell at this point, honestly.
I don't know if Sarah's helping us, but she's got her gun drawn, which honestly feels better than anything Sam was doing.
Sam did
She's ready
did
for
have his gun drawn. He just wasn't doing anything else.
At the
Well,
fact that
now's
Sam
her
Gill
time
had
to
his gun
shine.
drawn was
No,
the
never
thing
mind.
that got me, actually. Like, he fully had his gun ready and just clearly had zero intention of using it. He looked like he
Wait for
forgot
Sarah
that he
to
had-
do something. Oh, you have to talk to her right now.
Yeah, talk to Sarah. She might have another thing for us.
Okay, well, she's shooting something, Jesus.
She seems to be busy. It's a ladder.
You were shooting a ladder.
Anti-siege tactics. Now Sarah says, "Ha, you're a damn joke."
I do like Sarah.
Guys, level 18.
So there is an elephant in the room here that we haven't touched on, which is that, you know,
Oops.
obviously he's the biggest star, but Michael J. Fox also had a great performance in The Frighteners. Like, we shouldn't, like, we named all the character actors, but, like, yeah, he was also really good in that movie.
Did we name Arlie Ermey? Because he's also in that film.
Arlie Ermey, yeah, also, I mean, you know, he did an Arlie Ermey job. We have, at this point, gotten through 50% of the cast credit of the Wikipedia.
You might as well just finish it off.
I don't know who most of these people are, to be honest.
right.
The rest of these people.
Okay. Here's our hacking minigame.
No. It's a digipick. Oh, okay.
You basically have to figure out how to crack these circles using these
That's
little...
not-
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
that one. Josh, it's that one. And then use the one on the far right. No. Is that... Oh, never mind. I thought that would be it.
No, no.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm dumb.
But then,
You
I
can
think
go
we-
back. You can go back. I don't think that... I think that's one for the lower lot.
no.
Yay, we did
Okay.
it!
Oh, medpack. Is the stream okay? Discord is like freaking out on my
It
mom.
looks
fine
great
to
to
me.
me.
Alright.
It's probably just gonna fuck up the recording, it's fine.
Is that a cracker vending machine?
It is.
Oh, they're
90
buttered
credits
crackers.
90 credits for crackers? Jesus Christ!
Okay,
Inflation.
so
Not even giving
presumably,
me. Did it?
presumably the yellow explosion in the backdrop of the crackers is like cheese sauce or something.
It's
but
butter.
oh,
It could be either or.
I am projecting my cracker desires onto that.
You just want to dip
Cast your-
some crackers in liquid butter?
cast your votes,
I mean,
folks.
Popcorn butter? Take a Ritz
is-
and dip it in popcorn butter and tell me it isn't the most delicious thing you've ever eaten.
I actually use flavor call for my popcorn, which is like the food additive they invented in the 50s or some shit to put in movie popcorn, like before you add the butter.
Oh,
syrup.
yes. The chemicals.
Yeah, you can tell it works because clearly the packaging has not changed since the 1950s.
Why is this guy
I know
fucking
I know.
13 levels higher than all of his other dudes?
he's the boss. He's gonna have some good loot on him. I know it's ecliptic, like Eclipse. I cannot help every time Josh sees one of these guys think it says epileptic.
I know, I was just gonna say that! Immediately my brain went to that.
Why are you shooting so many epileptics, Josh?
Look, they
And
started
cast your
it.
votes in the comments on what the cracker.
It's like the newest M&M song. Just hate epileptics. They're gonna cancel me.
I genuinely don't know if that's a real lyric or not, but that sounds pretty plausible.
He says he hates blind, deaf, and paraplegic people. Not the
Okay,
epileptics,
I get the-
but basically.
I get the joke. Like, I get what he's doing there. I don't think it's particularly interesting.
No, I mean it's not landing super well with people.
It's
All
an
right,
alien.
that's a snake. That's cute.
Doesn't seem to be interested in us.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the first alien I've seen.
What the fuck?
We didn't
Where did
read
that
the
come
Crimson
from?
Cams.
Actually, weirdly, the fact that he named a list of
Want me
things
to go
that
back and read it?
he was offended by, like, or that he was like going up against, is actually way weaker than if he just picked one thing to really go hard on.
That would have been hilarious.
He just had a whole song
Okay.
dissing epileptics.
Fuck.
Just
This was
dissing
bad.
people with epilepsy.
Ignore it, Josh. I regret.
Yes, it was
saying,
bad. It was-
I regret saying we should read that.
Why?
What's
I
that
missed
book
that.
say?
What
It's
the-
basically just bad
Oh.
fiction. Talk to Sarah. Talk to Sarah. We're supposed to talk to Sarah.
2 snacks.
Apparently, we're doing this now, though.
Oh, I don't wanna.
Other pick. The second one.
This is very boring.
Yeah.
This mechanic.
Welcome. Well, it's art.
It's
Yeah.
like, what if the Mass Effect minigame that they used for hacking that suck ass had none of the
Oh,
excitement?
contraband.
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I
Talk?
wanted to ask you about the artifact you found.
It actually kind of feels like a captcha, doesn't it?
it from the rock. Held it in your hands for the first time. How did you feel?
So I wanted to know if she was a robot. She must be. We just don't know yet.
This is
the
a strange
inevitable-
question to be asking out of nowhere.
Maybe, but I'd appreciate.
Is the inevitable arc
There's
of
like
Bethesda
2
games
snakes
just
in the back.
replacing every
No, no,
minigame mechanic with a
I
captcha?
understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
I think
Is
my
horny an
thoughts were,
option?
well,
Aw.
this is a Bethesda game.
It's also like really dissonant for me to have these characters like break out into random narrative in these moments when like in universe, you know, these characters are on a spaceship with nothing else to do where they probably would be talking about these things instead of right in
Yeah.
the middle of like
Exactly. Like I feel like these should be happening
But I suppose it
in the
shouldn't
fast
surprise
travel
me.
sections. Like the game.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get why they don't, because people would complain if the fast travel, which is supposed to be fast, is interrupted with these dialogue options. But
Would they?
that's when they should.
Why you
That's
don't.
when they should
Some
happen,
people would
not
consider what you
in the
went
middle
through
of
a deep,
gunfire.
Personal experience.
But like, is it more annoying to have dialogue during like when you get to your ship and you're transitioning between two things? Or is it more annoying to have it in the middle of picking random shit up at a space station? Oh.
This is not a good line.
I want to share all my personal experiences with you.
Yeah, that sucks ass. That's terrible.
I enjoy hearing about them.
Oh, she shut us down. Oh, fuck.
No, she's nervous.
I've talked some shit about this game's facial animations. I want to say that her reaction was actually pretty good. The kind of weird eyebrow.
I like the way this game handles people. Having played through Skyrim recently and Fallout recently, Fallout 4, this game is so much better facially than any other Bethesda game by like leagues and miles.
I think after years of gathering data about the artifacts,
I think it's really actually more the framing than anything else. Come to think of it,
the dead-on framing.
There's still
the dead-on framing. It's the dialogue that they're actually saying. It's like the way the conversations happen. It's a lot of things. Maybe it's not the facial animations. I don't know.
It's expressive, I think, but it's also sometimes like not really matching what they're saying.
Well, yeah, it all has a kind of uncanny valley feel of like human interaction by committee.
Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes.
It's like every line of dialogue was focus approved, like by a group of people who committed to that dialogue and that intensity together.
And they're also like, everyone is still just looking you straight in the eyes at all times. Like, there's no like glancing around or, you know, like scratching your head or whatever. They're just like straight at you. You know,
I'm gonna get abstract here. It's kind of just feels like every conversation in this game is like an entree that you've mixed with your mashed potatoes. Sometimes you get a bite and there's like a chunk of bacon. Sometimes you get a bite and there's like some cheesy stuff going on. Sometimes, you know, you get like the steak that you wanted. A lot of times it's just mashed potatoes, and sometimes it's just mashed potatoes, and sometimes it's just ends up taking less mashed potatoes because that's most of what's going into the forkful.
Did she just draw her gun and then not have her gun drawn at the end of that?
Don't question animation.
That's just an NPC tick. I don't get hung up on that.
Oh, it's you people.
Don't kill more epileptics. They're innocent people. They just don't like flashing lights.
They shouldn't be in the space game with a space gun. But here they are, all on the laser planet.
They obviously do not need the warning.
Deal with this.
I will say that we know for a fact that Sarah likes us more than Sam, and she is firing her gun. So I think it might be related to how much they like us.
I mean, I've released a track that was just like getting mad at people specific, like it's as Slim Shady getting mad at people because he hates sitting through like a 5-second disclaimer in front of his video games. I would probably get on Spotify for that. I'm not saying it would be great. I probably would listen to it instead of just getting a general sense of the cultural reaction to it.
What is Heart Plus? Oh. Damage resistance and plus 20% health.
That sounds good. Let's take that one. No, it's
don't.
time. We got that level fucking 16, 18 motherfucker here. We gotta cut him up.
That you're gonna try to kill him with a fire knife?
Why not?
You're still dying.
Okay.
I did it. Hey, you.
It will never not be fun with me. Not even in a bad way. Not like in a like CinemaSins way, but just, you know, conceptually in a way that I enjoy. That you are running around these like impossible science fiction space stations.
Oh, it's just
killing
here.
people with a sharp stick. A short, sharp stick.
So I guess we'll get the new mechanic next week, because this is...
Yeah, we're at about time.
Well, this is still something.
What if there are more artifacts than there are Greek letters? What happens then?
Zeta 2. Zeta.
It's space. They can make up their own. Piazza.
Start making vaguely Italian-sounding grunts.
Yeah. Oh.
In conclusion, The Frighteners deserve way more than 1 star, Roger Ebert. What the fuck? I mean, come on.
Oh, Roger
Get
Ebert
together.
fucked up there. That's a miscarriage of
I need to
justice.
send him an email. Does anybody know what Roger Ebert's up to these days?
Hate to inform you, he's
You
dead.
may have to get a little metaphysical there.
Well, I know who I can talk to get in touch with him. What's Michael J. Fox up to these days?
Josh, you got a magical space helmet, and you got a new knife that isn't a fire knife.
Yeah.
Does it do more damage?
Let's find
What's
out.
your new knife like? It does do more damage, and the damage increases as your health gets low. And given that your health sucks,
Always.
I like the weapon system. I do. I have to
Must have
confess.
been some type of machine shop.
Whoa.
Vladimir would have had the time of his life in a place like this.
From what I've seen so far, it does seem kind of interesting. Like, it would be very exciting to just suddenly pick up a new weapon and have, like, a cool ability you can do, and just... Yeah, I like that.
No, it's like Fallout. Like there's fire damage, explosive damage, but then there's also like as your health goes lower, the damage does more, and just fun. They're fun. They're fun little weapons. Josh is gonna die. Josh
Yeah,
is
it's
gonna
not a
have
good
fun.
time to be over encumbered.
Well, if you didn't pick up every playing card and spoon and
The playing cards really
cup.
were not part of the factor here.
Yeah, they don't weigh that
knife-
much.
Your knife's got to do amazing damage now, by the way.
Yeah, let's...
Does it update the stat?
It actually isn't doing any more. It said it was, so I don't know if I equip
No,
it,
it's
does it change?
28, and then it modifies
Yeah, okay.
it based on your damage.
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna get shot.
Hey!
Oh!
Yeah!
Can I help?
Sarah, I need you to take some of this important stuff that I picked up.
I really want to stress before, like, what Chris was saying about the dissonance and just, like, or was it, maybe it was Redskar, I don't remember, about the random hostility in this game, and how, like, these things work for, like, Fallout or Elder Scrolls, but not for this at all, right? Like, think about, like Fallout is, and like the narrative system, right? It's like Fallout is like, you know, you're scrappy, you're running around, you're fighting like drug-addled maniacs, so of course they're gonna just like randomly attack you, and whatever.
It's like a psychotronic vibe.
Right. Or like in Skyrim, you run into monsters that are not people and they attack you, or skeletons or whatever. But like, it just doesn't translate for this kind of game where you're dealing with just regular humans who like theoretically are not all like warmongering or like criminals, right? Like these are just like people with equipment and bases, and I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense.
I think that's what Bethesda want, though, is like they want a world of like there are pirates and rebels and bandits and people who it's okay to kill. Like they don't even matter, and like that's what they want because you are an adventurer in a tabletop RPG sense, out to just like what is going on there? Oh. But like that's I think what they want is like a tabletop. They want to create a tabletop RPG adventure where the DM never says no, and that's the vibe they're going for. And it doesn't work when you're like, oh, also all these are like supposed to be real, you know, flesh and blood people that give a shit about their lives and their families.
Oh, hey, that actually worked.
Where are we going?
I think the problem is that,
Narian.
yeah, I don't mean this as a judgment of any individual writer at Bethesda, and I've said this before. I don't mean this as like a criticism of any person's intent. It's the intent as it is filtered through the many layers of development and the many wheels of the system, and the many incentives that plague it. But just like ultimately, the writing doesn't really care about people. Like there's not something to this game which has an interest in people as anything other than a thing that adventures happen around.
Yes.
Yeah.
None of like
Right,
curiosity about the world or about like societies or cultures or motivations comes through in anything. really. Anything.
Which is fine when you're doing a game built around adventuring. I think to Alex's point, like when you're doing a Skyrim adventure where like I am the adventurer, I'm the chosen one who goes out and kills the trolls and the ogres and the whatever and the dragons, or god damn Josh, you're almost dead. Or you know,
I'm not really sure what to do about that.
In Fallout, where you're supposed to go by health. You could also, I think, sleep. I don't know if you can rest. Yeah, you can rest. Yeah.
Sit in front of the sandwich.
This is an easy dunk / pander because we literally have Kit Fox as a community manager here, but
that doesn't
like
sound good.
if you compare this to Dwarf Fortress,
oh god,
like Dwarf Fortress
you're more dead now than you started.
Sam Coe is no longer angry with you.
I'm
it's
sorry,
like,
all of that is great.
Dwarf Fortress, a game which exists without writing as it is understood as a practice in this game, just manifestly cares so much more about all those things. Like, they inform so much more of the structure, the world building, like, they come through in the mechanics. Everything here just ends up feeling sterile.
Stole her bed!
Because that fundamental curiosity doesn't shine through.
Well, and there's a lot of illusion of choice in these kind of games, whereas Dwarf Fortress actually gives you a ton of different choices.
Josh, go back to Constellation Space and buy health. I am begging you to go home and buy health.
You're gonna die in the atmosphere.
We will end this episode by getting health. We have to.
You're like the co-pilot in that one Formula 1 clip. Going to crash with nothing.
Shit. We have contraband on our ship now.
Why do we have contraband? What did you steal?
We picked up. There was a thing.
Okay.
There's certain things you can't take to other planets.
No, if you steal, okay. Every time you enter the atmosphere every time you steal something, depending on the number of things in your inventory that are stolen versus not stolen, when the government scans you, when you enter a government planet, you will roll the dice and either get caught or not get caught. So theoretically, even though we have stolen stuff, we're not gonna get caught. But the more stolen shit we have, the more likely it is we get caught.
I don't think it's stolen. I think it's like just something you're not supposed to be allowed to have.
Well, then let's leave. Quick save. Or
don't you
we'll
want
come
the
back
map?
later.
Yeah, we are again like significantly over time here now.
Okay.
So we'll
Already
figure that out.
deployed by Frightener's
next
punchline.
What is that?
What was your Frighteners?
No, I already said by Fright. Like, it was the thing about. I mean, it was. I just went off on Roger Ebert for some reason, as though he's not a national treasure.
Anyway, go watch Frighteners. It's really good. And don't go to the bathroom in space because it's gross. It's a bad
It's not
problem.
even. We're sitting on the top of the toilet seat. It's not open.
Okay, yeah, but like
French or Italian, we're sorry. That's it.
We're sorry. Generally, we're just sorry.
Bye, everyone. Ciao.
I'm a sorry for my Italian.